I'm gonna be building a completely random house for whatever state this wheel picks. But there's a twist. After finding a house, I'll only have 1 hour to build it. And if I don't finish building during the hour, I'll build the entire house up with TNT. So let's get right into it. All right, let's see what we get. I don't really have any preference here. I feel like I've got a good spread of the country so far, but let's see. Pennsylvania, all right. A classic, let's get right into it. All right, so for anyone not from the US, you got PA, kind of the Northeast. True classic state. Some may even say the greatest state in the country, you know, you never know. Not biased, of course. Drop a Street View Man, see what we get. That is not a house. Beautiful landscape though. We go on the west here, see what we get. That is a road. A paintball field, it's kind of tough. Not really, you know, we're just gonna work for the challenge, but you know, it's cool. Okay, I'm getting a lot of drone shots here. Wonder what this is for. No idea. It's a cool drone shot. Can't really build off this though, of course. Oh, it's like a carnival. That's actually sick. Another road. Best maintained road in all of Pennsylvania. All right, bro, I get it. There's a lot of nature here, right? I understand. That's kind of beautiful though. I think I'll pass on this, actually. Oh, it's got a fire. Wait a minute. Why can't I move? Hello? Won't we move? That's cool. But yeah, it's kind of tough, honestly. I mean, think about the block palette here. I don't know what I'm gonna do for this front, like, porch. There's no gray wood, really. So we have to do, like, walls instead of fences, or iron bars, even. I'm not super confident that I can build this in an hour, but I guess we'll just kind of get into it and try. You know what I mean? We'll see. Before we actually go in game, though, I'm just kind of thinking of how these are gonna be shaped. This will be a block. This will be 3 blocks, probably. So this will be 4, 8. It's probably 9 across for this front part, and then we'll kind of build the whole rest of the scale around that. This seems like the same exact size, so yeah, 2 like 9. This is like probably like a 7. Sorry, I'm probably not making much sense, but I'm just kind of like getting the scale out of my head real quick. I'm gonna see if there's any like listings to this house anywhere, so I can get more pictures, because it'll kind of help. All right, so I found a couple pictures of this house, but they really don't help. They're just kind of low quality. These two are actually the same. One's just cropped for some reason. I don't know, but yeah, they don't really help. It's kind of a view of the back though. So 2 windows, porch, and some weird pictures in the interior, which are kind of like creepy looking. Oh yeah, let's get to Minecraft. I'm gonna start building this house. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if I could finish in time. All right, so we got just an empty place here. I'm just gonna get right into it. Timer starts when I place my first block. And again, if I don't finish this house in 1 hour, I will be blowing up the entire thing. So hopefully I can actually build this, because I do want to finish another house from this list of states here. But yeah, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so this garage section of a block. Maybe we actually do like something like this, like the scale, a bit more space on the sides. This is again where the garage door is, by the way. I didn't make that clear. I'm gonna stair here. Let's probably go up in like slab shape here. Let's get some blocks out as placeholders. So it'll probably be something like that. I don't know if I like this though. All right, make it a block shorter, and then I'll look at it. I think should move down the world at it. I think it looks decent with the scale. I think again, just using a bunch of placeholder blocks right now to get the shape out. All right, I like that though for that like garage section on the right. All right, so now how does it connect everywhere else? Okay, so where's this go? Oh, it has like another roof part. Oh, it's kind of a bit weird. What's the gap in the middle here? That might be easier actually. Block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's 2 blocks shorter than whatever this is. Basically, is what I'm gonna do for this. And then we'll just have another one of the same sections over here, because these are the same size, I think, if I'm not wrong. Get the measuring tool out. This one's 9. This one's also 9. Perfect. So we'll have an 8 block or 7 block gap in the middle, and then another one of the same sections. Maybe 2 blocks back. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 2 block. 2 block, and then we have this roof overhang. So it actually 3 blocks, and because the roof overhang comes out a block. But yeah, let's go back in Minecraft. Sorry, I'm not the best at explaining things. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't comment it. Don't do it. Anyway, let's come see here. And yeah, I'll do a roof overhang like that. And then yeah, this one is like here, like at this depth. And it's the same, it's literally this again. So I'm just gonna build it again, because copying it feels kind of cheating. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Can I fit everything here? Window, door. Yeah, I'll fit. That'll be good enough. 1, 2, 5, 10. So yeah, this is 11 across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. I think we actually bring this forward 2 blocks though. Kind of just give us more room for the porch in the front. I guess this is as good a time as any. I got a Discord link down below, a lot of really cool people in there. I highly recommend you join. Got some like channels for like build tips and all that. So, you know, I really appreciate it if you, check it out at least. You could always leave, if you don't like it, it's always a possibility. Well, what is going on here? Something like that. Perfect, perfect. All right, well now we gotta figure out what goes on over here, because this then comes up like this on this side too, and then it goes across. So let's go back into Google Earth here and kind of look what we're working with here. All right, so this goes back a bit and then it goes up, and it goes up a bit taller than this section. So that kind of tells me that maybe this section is like 13 or 15 blocks, because like they look about the same slant. I mean, within Minecraft terms, of course, they'll both be slabs because stairs would be too steep for this. So, you know, let's see. Let's use the measuring tool here. See, if this is about a 8 or a 9, this one is about a 10. So yeah, we'll do like a block bigger than that, I think. Let's kind of get this whole shape in, and then we'll, there's windows on this side, which we'll add, and there's also windows on this side, which we'll add, and there's this other back section here, and there's a porch. But overall, it's a pretty simple house. But yeah, let's kind of keep getting the shape in. So we'll do 3 blocks, and then we'll start going up here. And yeah, we're gonna go a block higher than that, and then that'll be, however this comes down, it's however it comes down. It'll work. So, all right, let's see how wide this is. Does this look good or does that look terrible? It's not bad. I don't know if it's like perfect necessarily, but it doesn't look bad, at least at a glance. So it's kind of more than enough here. These windows are a bit weird. I'm guessing it's like above a kitchen sink maybe. Like, because they're not really lined up on anything. It's something like that, but that'll look wrong. I'm gonna change the window a bit. Okay, just for, it's slightly taller. It's something like that, but it's only like a slab of height there. So maybe depending on what block we use for the walls, we can get the right window height in, but I'm not really gonna be surprised if we can't do that. Anyway, this matches on this side though. I do know that. So we're just kind of gonna carry this over and see how it lines up. And this should connect to the other side almost perfectly. It'll be like, you know, slightly off, of course, but that's like how it's meant to be, because this one's off by like 3. So this one will be off by 1 because this is like 1 block deeper in than that one. But that is the general shape of the house in. There's just now this weird back part, which we can't really see too well. Let's try to take a look here. All right, so from what we can see on the top, how wide is it? Okay, so it's the same size as these two, but the middle doesn't quite line up on both. So it leads me to think there's a bit more of an overhang here. Can we find those pictures again? All right, these don't really give us any more information, unfortunately. Literally none at all. Can we see anything from this side, maybe? Nothing. Just the same roof, I guess. I think what's actually happening is that, like, I actually don't know. Never mind. I'm not really sure. One second. So this is roughly like 8 and a bit here, right? And this one is maybe just slightly longer, but like within a block of like Minecraft terms, right? So I guess we'll just copy it over. I think this roof slant is also slightly different, but maybe not. Whatever, let's copy it over and see how it lines up. Actually, really important here. This comes out like what, like 3? We'll probably do 4 blocks. Comes out about 4 blocks there. But yeah, let's get that in real quick. All right, and just like that, that is the shape of the house done. Like just like the, you know, the kind of frame of it. I think it's actually gonna come out pretty good. I might, never mind. I was gonna say I might raise it a block, but I think what I'm actually gonna end up doing is just texturing this with like a different block. I don't know. These windows are definitely higher, by the way, which looks weird, but they're not close to the ground like that. All right, well, either way, I'm happy with it. Let's fill in all these blocks, and then I guess fill in the roof. We're gonna have a real like challenge figuring out a block palette for this. It doesn't look terrible because the walls are gray, right? And the roof is also gray. So maybe the roof will be something more like tough, or maybe andesite, and the walls will be something like stone. I'm not sure yet. They're similar gray as well, but actually it seems like only the front of the house is gray. So I'm kind of yapping a lot, but like it seems like the front is like a facade, and the rest of it is like white, like generic siding. I'm pretty confident we're gonna build this house in time. It'll come down to like details at the end, which will be really annoying, but overall, I think we got it. All right, real quick, I'm gonna go around and mark where every window is, just so I like can kind of just ignore it from now on and just trust like that the outline I got here is right. There's a tall window here, 2 square windows, and another tall window. That's 4 windows on that side, and just a bunch of windows on the back, but it's overall pretty simple, I think. All right, it's every window marked down. I'm just gonna fill this roof in, I guess. Or I probably should texture it as I fill it in because it's gonna be faster. What blocks do I use here? I gotta actually figure out a lot of stuff at once real quick. So I think for this like sides and the backs of the house here, wow, I can't really talk, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. For the everywhere that uses this white siding, I think I'm gonna use some kind of texturing like this. Bit of dye right in there, just kind of add a bit of a dirty, like worn look, because it's a bit worn down for sure. Something like that. For like the sides, but then for the front, it really does feel like andesite, but I'm not sure. Maybe a bit of stone. So something like that, probably for the front of the house, which it's just not quite that color, but there's not much that works. Like this maybe, I'm not entirely sure. But something like that for the front, and the roof will do, yeah, probably something like this overall. And then also, I think I'm gonna have to have a pale oak trim on it. The white is just too prominent not to have it, so I don't really have a choice. So we'll have something like this probably. That's kind of the blocks that we're gonna be throwing at this house here. So I think first up, I'm gonna get the front, and we're just gonna see how it looks. I don't know if I'm gonna use any of this, like concrete powder, by the way, but we'll see. All right, it's a bit gray, but it's not terrible, so we'll keep it. And I'll get this white block texture on the rest of the walls, and I'll get to the roof. So I'm just gonna kind of, you know, keep filling this in. Not much to commentate here, honestly. It's kind of like a dirty siding sort of color that I gotta get in. Ideally, there would be a block that had like a slight yellow tint to it, but I'm just not really sure what that would be, especially on a time crunch. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't actually hate that, honestly. Looks pretty decent. Keep doing it everywhere. All right, far from perfect, but I think I like it. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. All right, but you know, it's whatever. The house in real life has a slightly lighter color on the front, but I literally just don't know how I'd get that in here. You know what I mean? Like, there's no block that really like does that. Like, this kind of is there, but just not quite. And the sand texture doesn't really help, honestly. So yeah, let's get the roof in though. Probably the next smartest thing to do here. Make sure everything lines up here. I didn't really check anything. Beautiful. Quick world edit commander. Yeah, the white, like, unfortunately, obviously in real life that you can't see the white on the top, but the front and the bottom are white. So I feel like it would just look way too off if I didn't have it. So we basically just kind of need it. So I don't know. It's the way it is. Yeah, the roof is gonna be mostly stone bricks, but a little bit of other stuff sprinkled in there for color, bit of texture. We are through over a third of our time though, so I really like lock in, because the way these Google Earth videos usually go is that they feel like they're going like pretty smoothly, and then like you hit like the detail stage and it just like every little thing takes forever. So yeah, I'm not super worried on time, but it's definitely like something I still need to like keep in mind, really. That is a problem I didn't think about. Actually, I didn't think about that at all somehow. I don't know how I didn't think about that at all. I mean, it's a really easy fix. I just bring this wall forward a block and then like it's not a problem anymore. I'm not sure how I didn't think about that though. Something like that, and it should be fixed immediately. Yeah, really weird oversight. I don't know how I did that. All right, I think I want to bring these forward a block now, just like to kind of keep the ratio I had before, because I kind of like the way it looked. So we keep this in the same spot, and you know, we just kind of extend these again, like nothing ever happened. Yeah, that'll look pretty good. Same thing over here. And then we gotta texture this roof, which is gonna take a minute. I'm not looking forward to it, but it'll be fine. All right, I'm honestly pretty happy with it. Let's head back into Google Earth and kind of see where we're at. Okay, there's weird things in the roof, which I may as well get now just to finish off the roof. So we just have this one, which is obviously a chimney, whatever that is. Like, whatever the point of that is, you know what I mean? I mean, it looks pretty cool, so that's fine. But yeah, this one's gonna be something simple. Maybe like a calcite with like sandstone on top, maybe a trapdoor. And this one, I won't be able to get that detail in realistically, but we'll just kind of see what I can get. But yeah, let's guess get that stuff in, and then we'll get this foundation layer. I don't know what block that would be. Maybe a terracotta might have like the right color for that, because it's kind of a weird like off color, you know what I mean? But yeah, it should be pretty easy though. So right here, we got birch shelves. Okay, that's kind of tough. There's like a bit of like a white like cap sort of thing up here, so I guess with skull, something like that. I think that looks pretty good. And then we got this one here, which is like weird. I don't know how I'm gonna do this one. Let's do something like this. Kind of gets the effect across. Good enough. Fine with me. All right, yeah, now this foundation thing. It's kind of like it's like a slight blue. Like I was thinking cyan maybe, but that's not quite. It's almost like that. Is there a color that's maybe slightly more gray? Nothing I really like. To be fair, it is like really blue. It is way more blue than I thought it was. So I think I am just gonna go with that blue block I had. I don't know what block this is, but it looks good to me. Most of this will be hidden by like plants on like the porch anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It goes the whole way too. Not sure how much of a fan of that I am, but whatever. That's what the house looks like, so I don't have a choice. All right, now this porch, which is like gray. So like none of the fences will work. We might have to use some kind of wall. I think I was gonna do iron bars, I think is what I said, which won't look bad, I don't think. I mean, it's the right color. Maybe chains too. I'm not exactly sure. I need like a new gray, you know what I mean? Like, just a block I haven't used yet, because like, I need a new color in there. But it kind of needs like a stair. Unfortunately, I can't make this connect. which is gonna bother me a little bit, but like I just can't do it, at least like properly. We could like just make it do something like this. I mean, it might not be that bad of an idea, honestly. That might be what we do here. Obviously, this doesn't look great, but I don't really have an option. You know what I mean? Like, I could push this in a block, but then like, it would just look wrong, wouldn't it? Like, everything would be connecting here is what I mean, which would look kind of bad. So I think we're just gonna leave it out as now. I don't think it looks that bad. It looks a bit weird, obviously, but I don't know. I don't exactly have time to mess around with this, do I? Like, I just don't have the time for this. So I think we're just gonna have to leave it, unfortunately. Or what we could do, we could, because I do kind of need this to connect somehow. You know what I mean? That's not bad. We'll leave it like that. All right, whatever. It's good enough. Disconnect, good. All right, we're good here. There's a window here, I forgot, by the way. Speaking of windows, it might be time for like windows and garage doors and all that. So let's kind of just see how this all fits. I'm not sure how it's gonna look, honestly, but we'll see. Let's get some pale wood out, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of pale details here. This does have like kind of a white frame on it. Something like that, it's not bad. And this is definitely like a trap door. Let's give a debug stick here. Perfect. It might actually be black taller. Well, higher, I mean. Yep, looks good. All right, window details. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, that looks good, but I think once I'm at an angle, it won't look good. It's like, but I think like from this kind of angle it'll look good, and that's kind of angle that matters, so that works. And it's kind of like pale, like, there's a bit of like detail above it, so I think I'm gonna do something like this, because if I'd rather just have it than not have it, even if it looks slightly wrong. And then on the sides, I'm gonna get mangrove shelves out. That's not bad. I like that. All right, let's get some glass back here, and these will kind of be like the example windows for what we're doing. So let's see what these look like, basically done. That's kind of pretty good, I think. They're not perfect, but from a distance, about as good as I think I'm gonna be able to get them. So we're just gonna kind of get that in everywhere. That'll be kind of our template. Banger. Can't fit like shutters here, unfortunately, but it's whatever. They'll just kind of stay like that. We are in the last 20 minutes, by the way, so it's actually getting a bit close, which I don't really like. I thought this would be either like really free or like impossible, but it's looking kind of close. But yeah, same window details everywhere else, except for the back, which have no details on them, which is kind of weird. But yeah, let's get the windows in. All right, I'm running out of time here. I'm panicking. All right, over here is like this kind of weird, it's like a sliding door. So I don't know how I'm supposed to really make that look right. It kind of literally just looks like this. Like that's what it looks like. So we're gonna leave it like that. But that is all the windows done finally, which took absolutely forever. Oh my God, missed a block. But yeah, it took forever. I have to get a door in though, which I think I'll just do, I don't know. I don't know, no idea. It's always impossible to get like the door to look like how it does in the actual house. So let's do something simple like that. Let me actually do stairs up there. I'll curve it. Anyway, we're getting there. I like it. I do actually like this house a lot, I will say, but yeah. Back porch, and then a bunch of like foliage stuff, and then we're almost done. We only have 15 minutes, so we're actually kind of cutting it closer. Yeah, very simple rectangular porch, not much on it. Same color as the front, so I'll probably just use gray concrete again. Then we're gonna get this driveway in, and then all these like plants and everything. But yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. Same wall from the front, just stone brick and iron bars, works fine. I can't really see where the stairs are too well. Actually, I think there's that one picture that might show me where the stairs are. 1 second. Stairs are on this side and seemingly on that side too. So let's get 2 staircases in, some simple outdoor stuff, and then we gotta lock in here. Beautiful, very simple something out here. I don't know. We got tables and chairs of some sort. Okay. Driveway. I'm gonna do it very roughly because the shape is really complicated. I'm not sure I'm supposed to get that in Minecraft. Like what is that? I'm just gonna do straight here and like a vague curve over here, something that we'll call it on the driveway. I think I'm just gonna ignore this whole like other curve part because I don't have time for it really. World edit here. I gotta texture this, and then yeah, we just do plants, and we're about done. I think. Kind of close though. Simple driveway, good enough. We gotta get plants in or we're cooked. Kind of looks almost like some kind of mix of like granite and tuff here, like Minecraft wise, because there's no like light like colored brick really. I don't really know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. I think hopefully, maybe not, but my bad. There's a lot of like bushes and stuff, you know, something like that. All right, let's get some gutters in. A couple iron bars. Make some chains. And there's plants on the left side. I think I'm about done. I don't really know where the gutters are, but whatever. I'll just throw a few around. I just like the way they look. They're just kind of a nice detail. All right, so over here has some kind of like gravelly stone, like coarse dirt sort of thing that has plants in it. So we use mostly coarse dirt, so I can actually put blocks in, but then we'll have a lot of like rocks and stuff in it. But there's no grass, so it's kind of the look we're going for. Couple plants. We're almost out of time. All right, now there's like this air conditioner thing, which I'm just gonna probably make very simple. It's just a gray box, something like that maybe. Maybe banners. Beautiful. There's a window here. This seems like the only one. At least I can see. It's right there. Get this window in. There's a little flag here. We'll get with a banner. Boom. Something like that. Simple. It's like a flower there. I'm just kind of like nitpicking at this point. There's like a little like pipe thing here, but like, I don't know. There's like a hose also. That looks pretty good. There's some flags here. I think hanging signs might look about as close as we can get in Minecraft, because I think banners will be too big. But they're kind of like something like this. Can I really not put a hanging sign on that? Sure. A couple lanterns, and there's like this electrical box thing I want to get in also before the time runs out. Just a couple lanterns. And yeah, over on this side, let me find it real quick. Yeah, so I got those flags in. I didn't really show it, but yeah, that's what I was doing. And then over here, there's a door. Oh, there's the garage. There's a cellar entrance right here, sorry. And then the driveway comes over. There's a gutter, electrical stuff. But yeah, I think we can get that stuff in pretty easily here. Let's get that in real quick. All right, there's a door here. Come on, almost out of time. Sure. Oh my god, we have 2 minutes. We need something that looks kind of like a vague, like, we get deep slate. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, it's kind of like a, something like that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just like a entrance to that thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm blanking. Panicking if you can't tell. No, just an entrance to the cellar. Like an electrical thing with like a banner and a lever, then I think I'm ready to call it. Something like that. It's pretty simple. There's a lantern above it. I feel like I didn't mention in this video that usually like my goal isn't 100% accuracy or anything, but for this video I'm trying to get as many details as I can, really, because I want it to be pretty similar. Looks like over here is like plants. After this I'm done. All right, I'm done after this. I thought we were doing really good on time, but it seems like we actually like weren't. Ended up being like a lot closer than I would have wanted. There's like traffic cones over here for some reason. Something like that. Get a large fern. All right, with that, I'm calling it. I think. Unless there's anything else I notice. There's not. I'm calling it. I'm really happy with this build. Let's get a quick zoom, you know? The classic screenshot zoom. That's kind of fire, like, for like this house that I just randomly built. I don't know. One of my favorite Google Earth houses, maybe. I don't know. I like how like it's kind of detailed packed, despite being like kind of a small house. The house itself was like nothing like too fancy or crazy, especially compared to like some of the other like bigger houses I do for this series. But I'm really happy with it. Let's get a quick side by side, kind of, you know, quick comparison. And yeah, honestly, really happy with it. Not perfect, obviously. I think I would change a couple things, maybe looking at it side by side now, like maybe the garage could have like a bit more detail on it. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. I think it came out like really good. I don't have to blow it up because I finished it in time, so that's kind of a positive. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. 70K by the end of the year, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, subscribe, like the video, join the Discord, join the Patreon, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. And of course, shout out to my patrons, Aelic, ThaMango, Luke D007, Tommi, Natural High, and of course, Sai. See ya.